Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be playing in the new Paris Love Letter palette from Viseart. I'm going to be showing you guys two different looks, one that's a little bit more playful, a little bit more bright with the green. Of course, you know I went straight for it. And then this look right here where it's a little bit more soft, a little bit more natural, but then I added in, kind of snuck in that purple right on the lower lash line, which of course you could swap it out if you wanted to. And then afterwards, I'll be giving you guys my thoughts. But before I do, you guys know I have to give you the information. I'm going to be reading from this little card right here that was sent along with the PR package. Thank you so much for sending this to me. I always appreciate it. Don't expect it, but I appreciate it. So this reads, this palette features a blissful bouquet of enticing, shimmering undertones in soft peach, gossamer rose petal, clandestine candlelight, and a stirring green hue that awakens a vision of Paris in the springtime. Our glorious garland of creamy floral mats is entwined with romantic tryst of sparkling sweet shimmers and passionate affair of deep earthly hues, capturing an energetic exchange with one quick flirtatious glance. That description just makes me want to get on a plane and go to Paris. Probably not right now, but you know, hopefully in the future. Furthermore, it reads, your eyes will wield a mesmerizing gaze underneath twinkling fairy lights right behind me, and a secret kiss at the garden gate. Cupid's bow and arrow aims to point you towards love. It is with this sentiment that we send our love letter. XX Viseart Paris. This beauty retails for $44 and you have the easel style packaging. Oh, and let me not forget the hearts, all the little hearts, and then the arrow. It's so cute, and I love the coral packaging. You do have a mirror on the inside. I have not taken off the plastic yet, and these are the shades. Very springtime, which I am 100% ready for, but let me quit rambling and let's get into the swatches. Letterbox, a matte finish. Beloved, metallic finish. Charmed, satin finish. Chocolatier, matte. Sonnet, matte. Cupid, matte. Blooming, a metallic finish. Lovelorn, matte. Arrow, also matte. Poem, a metallic finish. Amour, metallic finish. And lastly, Ballad, which is also a metallic. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the two different eye looks. I'm going to start off with the green, more fun look, and then we will get into the one that I'm wearing right now. On a Bristles Beauty EO2 RL, I'm first starting off with the shade Sonnet. I'm going to take this directly into the crease. My eye is not set except for right underneath my brow arch. Go back and forth windshield wiper motions. I'm going to bring it all the way to the inner corner and outer corner, and then start working the shade upward. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade Cupid on a Refer number 14. Again, straight into the crease, windshield wiper motions. Gonna build this up just a little bit, inner to outer corner, and again, blending upward, but I'm not gonna take this shade quite as high as I did with the last shade. Soft circular motions to make sure that it's nice and blended. I'm going to take that same shade on a Bristles Beauty EO5 PS, and I'm going to drag this right along the lower lash line. I'm also going to be taking it down just a little further because I want it to peek through the green that I'm going to apply later. Blooming on a Refer 21. I'm going to start packing this on the lid. I'm using it dry right now, but I'll be using it wet later. Going on top of an unset primer. This adheres really well, but then over the matte shadows. It's not as pigmented. Like, you still see it, it's really pretty. It just gives a little bit more of a sheen. So I'm going to go in with it wet to make sure that this intensity is upward in my crease and on my lower lash line. Same shade on a Wayne Goss number 20. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. If I just do this, it still looks like a straight line. So I want to go in with it wet instead. It's just, it looks like a little bit more of a sheen on top of the matte shadows. Now I've got it wet. I'm going into the crease. Back and forth. Wiping off my brush and then picking up a little bit more, but this time the brush is a little bit more dry because I wiped it, and then just kind of blending this out. I'm going to touch up this inner corner. That's just from adding to the crease. Refer number 3, going back in with blooming. Again, I'm using it wet, and I'm going to take this right along the lower lash line. Refer 21 in the shade Beloved. I'm going to buff that right underneath my brow arch, blending it in. Lastly, I'm taking that same shade on an Isom T9. I'm applying it to the inner corner before adding on inner rim liner and mascara. For the look that I'm wearing today, I'm going to start off with the shade Arrow on a Wayne Goss number 18. Applying this on the outer half of the lid and into the corner, just kind of tapping it into place. And then I'm going to start working it upward into the crease. Just using small circular motions. And I will slowly start taking it up higher and higher. Picking up a little bit more product, and I want it to be higher on this outer portion of my eye than I do on the inner corner. So I'm bringing it inward, but mainly with just the excess from the brush. I want the majority of the pigmentation to be on the outer half. Next up, I'm going to go in with Chocolatier on a Refer number 14. Packing this on the outer corner of the lid. I will bring it in, but not as far as I did the last shade. Bringing it into the crease. And then I'm going to start blending upward. Smoking out this outer corner. You guys know I like a little smoky smoke on the eyes. I'm also not going to be bringing the shade as far in to the inner portion of the crease as I did with the last shade. Wayne Goss 18, just blending right around the edges. I didn't pick up any additional product. Charmed on a Royal Inlay Nickel Omnia BOM 416. Using this shade Dry. I'm going to pack it on the front portion of the eye first. I will be bringing this slightly upward so that I don't have a harsh line, and then lightly tapping over Chocolatier. On a Bristles Beauty EO5 PS, I'm going to take the shade Amour. I'm going to use it wet, and I'm going to take this right along the lower lash line. Letterbox on a MAC 242. I'm going to lightly highlight right underneath my brow arch. Lastly, I'm going to take Poem on a Mario E5. I'm going to place that on the inner corner, slightly dragging upward. This isn't as bright as the second shade in the palette. It has this slight little pinky undertone that I think looks pretty with this look. After this, I'm going to go add on inner rim, liner, and mascara. I finished off the eyes with Milk Boss liner, mascara, you guys know the drill. And then on my lips, I am wearing Natasha Denona's liner in NP2 Ilona, I think it's Ilona. And then I am wearing Wayne Goss's lipstick in Lily. Now for my thoughts on the palette, I think this is beautiful. I love the shades in here. They are a little bit softer and it just, again, it reminds me of spring. I'm ready for the spring. I love both of the eye looks that I got. The metallics in here are really pretty. They're not dull, but they're not over the top either, and they go on very beautifully. Obviously, you can also use them wet like I did on my lower lash line if you want them to be more intense. As always, the mattes perform really well. Got a little bit of fallout, but it just wipes right away. It's true to the Viseart formula, and again, I really love this color story. The only thing that I would say that I would change just personally, you have a lot of these corally shades. I would have taken probably one of these two out or this one and added another shade in, but that's just my 2 cents. Overall, the palette is gorgeous, and this shade right here is stunning. I was trying to like go between doing a more silver look or this one. I don't know, maybe I'll do another look and use this because this one is so pretty. Anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed the looks. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.